It's been 36 years since a horse has won the Triple Crown. Think about that, 36 years. The last time it happened, the year was 1978. So it got me to thinking, and in an effort to put some things in perspective, here's what was happening the last time a horse won the Triple Crown. Jimmy Carter was the president of the United States, the New York Yankees were baseball champions, and Derek Jeter was 4 years old. The #1 movie in America was Grease, while the #1 TV show was Laverne and Shirley, and the price for a gallon of gas was just 63 cents. Since 1978, 11 other horses have won both the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness, but all 11 have fallen short. 25 laps to go, and you know what that means? There's going to be a wreck. James Hinchcliffe, he's going to play bumper cars with Ed Carpenter, and then they play bumper cars with the Wall, and I'll tell you what, the Wall always wins. Now let's meet the newest Lion, Eric Ebron. He's a 6'4", 250-pound tight end from North Carolina. The 21-year-old is considered by many to be the best tight end in the draft. Many scouts compare his size and speed. He ran a 4.6 40 at the Combine to that of Pro Bowler Jimmy Graham. In 2013, Ebron set an ACC single-season record for receiving yards by a tight end, compiling 62 receptions for 973 yards while snagging 3 touchdowns for the Tar Heels. Ebron should be quite an addition to the already potent offense, and the newest Lion says he couldn't be more excited about his new teammates.
I got Matthew Stafford, I got Golden Tate, I got Megatron, I got Reggie Bush, I got me. Whew. I mean, we finna do something special.
We head to the ice for Game 7 between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Los Angeles Kings. And if you haven't been watching this series, then shame on you, because it has been amazing. And Game 7 didn't disappoint again last night. As 5 goals were scored in the first period alone, Chicago got up on the board first, going up 2-0 right out of the gate. But of course, the Kings would come storming back and get a pair of goals halfway through the first, tying the game at 2 apiece. Brendan Todd was your leader for most of the day. Now on the 10th, he's sitting at 13 under for this 20-footer. He's going to birdie it. Sink that shot. I wish I could do that. Now Todd's 14 under. Now on the 16th, the best shot of the day, and it belongs to Charles Howell III. He's going to shoot this from 125 yards out. It's an eagle shot. It's going to hit the green and roll, 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 and drop. Don't look now, but the Detroit Tigers have won 3 games in a row. It may not seem like much, but after dropping 11 of their first 17 games to kick off the month of June, the Tigers were desperately in need of a win streak. So could they make it 4 in a row today as they took on the Cleveland Indians? We head to Progressive Field. For the top of the first, and Miguel Cabrera is going to take this Cleveland attempt for a fastball for a ride to the right field wall. That gives the Tigers the 1-0 lead. That solo shot was Miggy's 13th home run of the season. How about Max Scherzer? Scherzer searching for his 9th win of the season, and he was impressive in this one, going 6 innings, striking out 8, and only giving up 1 run. In order for the Lions to sign the former Tar Heel tight end, they were forced to cut ties with shutdown corner Chris Houston. Under the new CBA policy for rookies, all rookie contracts must be 4-year deals, and as a top 10 pick, the Lions would need approximately $2.2 million in order to sign the 6'5" tight end. Last night, the San Antonio Spurs defeated the Miami Heat in Game 1 of the NBA Finals by a final score of 110-95. Behind the always consistent, always reliable Tim Duncan, who poured in 21 points and snagged 10 boards. With the victory, the Spurs extended their home court dominance by winning their 8th straight home playoff Game 1, which is an NBA record. And while the game was sloppy, both teams combining for 41 turnovers, the biggest story of the night was a sweltering heat due to an AC malfunction which kept the arena from ever cooling down. At one point, officials say the temperature on the court reached over 90 degrees. The extreme heat even forced Miami's LeBron James to be helped off the court by his teammates as he suffered from extreme dehydration from the unexpected conditions. Miami's coach, Eric Spoelstra, says the loss of James in the 4th quarter was debilitating to his squad. Top of the first, bases loaded for the Tigers, already up 1, and Alex Avila, he's going to strike out. John Lester had himself a pretty good night, but Max Scherzer says, I'm not going to be outdone. Dustin Pedroia, you and your beard, you're out. That's a strikeout. 2 batters later, Big Papi. He's going to smack a shot here to left. Oh boy, is it going to make it? No sir, it's not. Raji Davis is going to be there to snag it, ending the inning. Now top of the 3rd, Tigers have runners on the corners. This time it's Austin Jackson. Can he get it? No. Strikeout. That would end the inning. Unfortunately, same thing would happen. There we go. Now Max Scherzer. He's going to strike out Jackie Bradley. Very next batter, Will Millbrook. You can take a seat. And how about one more time for good measure? David Ross. No soup for you, sir. It only happens once every 4 years, and yesterday the 2014 FIFA World Cup got underway in Brazil. as host country Brazil took on Croatia in opening round action. The month-long soccer tournament consists of 32 teams split into 8 separate groups, all competing for the title of soccer's champion. And for all you U.S. soccer fans, the United States will kick off its chase for the Cup this Monday, June 16th at 6 p.m., as Team USA will take on Ghana, the same team responsible for knocking the U.S. out of the World Cup in 2010. After finishing the last 2 seasons with a record of 29-53 and not having a winning record since 2007, the Detroit Pistons front office has decided to revamp the entire organization, starting with the hiring of head coach Stan Van Gundy 3 weeks ago and continuing this week with the introduction of Pistons' new general manager, Jeff Bauer. We're going to head to the top of the first as Rubel Cabrera, he's struck out looking. You know you have swag when you can walk right off the mound after without even checking with the umpire. Very next victim, Jan Gomes, swing and a miss, shamalama ding dong. Very next batter, Michael Bourne, not to be confused with Jason Bourne. The Los Angeles Clippers may be for sale sooner than most thought, as today reports have surfaced that disgraced Clippers owner Donald Sterling has decided against fighting the NBA and has instead agreed to negotiate a forced sale of his team through his estranged wife, Shelley Sterling. Coming into last night's game with the Red Sox, the Tigers had lost 21 of their last 29 games at Fenway. And while last night's game wasn't exactly pretty, it was a win, as the Tigers beat the Red Sox 1-0 behind the downright nasty pitching of Max Scherzer, who only gave up 3 hits and struck out 7 in 6 innings pitched. But could they do it again tonight? We head to Fenway, home of the Green Monster. Rick Porcello was on the mound for the Tigers tonight, and he started out strong. Right here, he's going to strike out Dustin Pedroia. You and your beard, take a seat, young man.